Today, I am at Lamborghini Paramus checking out their 2021 Ferrari SF90. When this car was new back in 2021, it had a base price of $529,000. This one will soon be listed at Lamborghini Paramus for sale as its pre-owned inventory. Unfortunately, because this car is 4 years old, I don't have much information on the exact spec, but I can tell you that the exterior color on this is a nice matte red called Rosso Scuderia. Yeah, I definitely didn't pronounce that right, but we'll just go with it. The interior on this is going to be Nero. It's going to have nice black sports seats inside, but because of the windows with the tint on them, all we can see is my reflection. The nice window tint and the black roof really brings us together with this beautiful matte red paint. It almost looks like it would be a wrap, but it is not. All right, there's much to talk about with this car because it is packed with performance. This car is going to have a 4.0 liter twin turbo plug-in hybrid V8 that's going to have 3 electric motors. It's going to make a total system horsepower of 986. That's going to be 769 horsepower from the V8 and 217 horsepower from the electric motors. This car is going to have an 8-speed dual clutch automatic transmission with all-wheel drive. It is an absolute monster. When this car came out, it was one of the quickest supercars back in 2021. This car is going to do 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds and sprint down the quarter-mile track in a whopping 9.5 seconds. And this car is also fitted with some really nice tires, Michelin PS Cup 2s. It's going to have 255 section tires in the front and 315 in the rear. This car is also going to be pretty heavy for a supercar since it's got all those electric motors and batteries. It's going to weigh in at 3,461 pounds. Still wicked fast because of how much power it has to propel all that weight. Pretty interesting note here is that Ferrari was kind of the first to come out with the hybrid supercar compared to Lamborghini. So they beat Lamborghini to the vote. They did this, and then Lamborghini answered with the V12 Revuelto. So Ferrari chose to keep the V8 hybrid. Lamborghini went with the V12. And then we can kind of look at the super SUVs. We have the Urus and the Purosangue from Lamborghini Ferrari. Lamborghini first entered the game with the V8, and then Ferrari responded with the V12. So it seems in this relationship of competition here, whoever comes second is bringing the V12, and the first entrant is bringing the V8. So just a little notable difference there. If you want a hybrid supercar, most of them are going to be V8s. So the competition that this is met with is going to be the 918 Spider, the V8 naturally aspirated, the McLaren P1, another V8 hybrid twin turbo, and then of course the Lamborghini Revuelto, which is going to be the only V12 hybrid supercar. So I guess my question for you is, which would you take out of all the hybrid supercars? Personally, after checking out the Revuelto in my previous video, that's the car for me. I am sold. Absolute epic supercar. I will say the looks on this are unparalleled, especially that front angle. But the one thing I don't like about all these cars is that they are plug-in hybrids. You got to keep them plugged in and charged when they're home in the garage. Really cool too. You could see through the grate here, the cables for the hybrid motors, those big orange cables. And then you can see the engine is really buried down there. It's really deep in the engine bay. I'm sure this thing is a pain to work on. You probably have to take the whole rear bumper, probably the rear section of the roof off to access that engine. But it is a beautiful engine bay down there. I absolutely love this matte red. Really gorgeous car. An iconic Ferrari that will go down in history. And actually, as of just recently, Ferrari has stopped producing this car as well as the A12. Really sad to see, especially the A12 go. That's an iconic car for me, one of my dream supercars, but I'm sure they are making way for what is to come next. I have reason to believe they're going to respond to Lamborghini and come out with a hybrid V12, but for now, they have the SF90 and the A12, the hybrid V8 right here, and the naturally aspirated V12 offering in the A12, but I am sad to see that these cars are no longer being produced. But let's not be too sad because I have another treat in the showroom at Lamborghini Paramus. Lamborghini Paramus is going to have a 2013 Lamborghini Gallardo Super Trofeo. This one here is going to be finished in matte black with some nice blue accents on the aero. Really cool car to see in person. This one here is not offered for sale. It is a race car from the Lamborghini racing team, just here on display. You can't purchase it, and you really wouldn't want to because these cars are not street legal. These are meant for the track. There actually are a few listed on Bring a Trailer. You can get them between $120, $150, under 200 for something like this, which, you know, you might think is a bargain for this much performance, but at the same time, you can't drive it on the street. And then also remember that a lot of these cars are being put through their paces on a racetrack. So just remember, if you are considering buying one of these, what you might be getting into. But just some facts on this. It's going to have the 5.2 liter naturally aspirated V10 in the back. Going to make 570 horsepower. It's going to have a 6-speed electronic automated manual transmission, which I guess is what's used in the Super Trofeo racing world. The interior on this is completely stripped down, full roll cage inside, full carbon fiber, lightweight bucket seats. I mean, it's probably not very comfortable, but probably makes this car super fast. It's very primitive in there and pretty cool looking, honestly, to take a look at from a racing perspective. This car is going to be super light at 2,900 pounds. So that Super Trofeo designation, aside from that stripped out interior, super lightweight, is going to give you carbon fiber everywhere, carbon fiber body components. You can see this whole splitter on the bottom is all exposed carbon. Really, really cool. And then of course, part of the Super Trofeo designation, you're gonna have racing suspension and racing wheels. Like these, you can tell the tires are just super slick, like ready for the racetrack. Center lock wheels, high performance brakes. Like this thing is ready to put up some times. I think the aero around the back is really cool. The wing on this is absolutely massive. Yeah, the back of this car is crazy. Huge thank you to Lamborghini Paramus for letting me check out some cars today. Stay tuned to check out some more cars next week.